If you choose to use volunteer numbers, you can either enter your own volunteer numbers or let Volgistics assign them for you. Volgistics will automatically assign a unique volunteer number to every new record you add if you simply leave the volunteer number field blank on the new record. Volgistics assigns non-sequential 4 to 6-digit volunteer numbers by default. If you use VicTouch, random numbering provides better security than sequential numbering. You can also customize the way Volgistics assigns numbers automatically. This is discussed in a separate help topic. If you want to enter your own volunteer numbers, simply enter the number of your choice in the number field when you add new volunteer records. You can change the number on any volunteer record simply by entering a new number in the number field and then saving the record. Volunteer numbers may be up to 9 digits long, and they must contain numbers only, no letter characters, spaces, or punctuation. Volunteer numbers cannot have leading zeros. For example, 00123 would be changed to 123. If you enter your own volunteer numbers, you must assign a unique number to each volunteer. No two volunteer records can have the same volunteer number. If you try to save a volunteer record with a number that is already in use, Volgistics will display a message that this number is already being used for a volunteer. If you archive a volunteer record, it keeps its volunteer number in the archive. Therefore, you cannot reuse a volunteer number that is assigned to a volunteer whose record has been archived. However, you can reuse numbers from volunteer records you have deleted. If you receive online volunteer application forms, Volgistics automatically assigns a volunteer number to each new volunteer record. If you want to use your own numbering system, enter new numbers for these volunteer records after you receive them. Some organizations try to use volunteer numbering as a way of determining how many records they have in their database, or as an indicator of which site or volunteer group a volunteer belongs to. These schemes are not recommended because they are usually difficult to implement and maintain. And they are almost always unnecessary because Volgistics can perform these tasks for you. Rather than trying to assign volunteer numbers that define certain characteristics, you should use the built-in Volgistics features that are designed to do it for you. For example, it's easy to get a count of the number of volunteer records or manage site-level access without any special volunteer numbering scheme. Note that if you use the optional VicTouch module, volunteers sign in and out at VicTouch using their volunteer number. There are two main ways to assign PIN numbers. You can let Volgistics assign volunteer numbers as you add new volunteer records, and then give these numbers to your volunteers. This may be the easiest approach for you. However, it means that volunteers will have to learn and remember a new number or carry it with them. You can assign each new volunteer a number that you or they choose. You can do this either by entering a number when you first enter their record or by changing the number that Volgistics assigns to another number you choose. However you choose to assign PIN numbers for VicTouch, you'll need to give each volunteer their number at some point during their registration process, so they'll be able to start signing in and out.